So, if I is in another project, we're about to cast a sculpture that I told you people that we should cast some time ago. So, as you may see right now, this is it. It has been, the negative areas has been blocked, not too well blocked, but I know which one that is abnormal, and then when I'm casting the other part, I'm gonna be sure that yeah, that it doesn't just disturb the whole process. So this is it. So we are casting this, and we blocked the areas, and now, by the way, with all respect, welcome to my YouTube channel. If I ain't see cool, if I ain't cool, don't say if I ain't see cool. It's written that way, but the C is for the amplifying of the care, the cool, okay? So Ifeanyi Cool is back again under the Trapocolo, Trapocolo, all right? You all are welcome. Thank you for being there. Thank you for this period that you've been supporting me. I so much appreciate what is happening. So now let's cast this. I'm gonna put the camera down and then see that we focus it well so that we can see what is happening. So 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 let's see what is going to come out of it. But we need water, we need the gips, we need to get this ready. So we need to get the mesh ready for reinforcement. I trouble myself a little bit that I bought this expensive, but it's okay. It's all about the work we need to do to get going. So I have to remove these sunglasses and then focus on what I'm doing. Yeah. The problem is to find where the oh yeah. So casting is the transformation of a material to another one. That's what casting is. You know, you cast to transform one material to another. So we are transforming wood now to concrete because this wood is affected by by some worms. So we're gonna be making sure that we don't send a worm inside a house, and when you do that, what happens? The possibility that you're gonna be so it's now opened. Be careful to start moving. So I just have to cut pieces out to be ready. Yes, I want to reinforce the form so that I'm not gonna do what you call I just forgot the terminology, but it's not gonna be one use form. I want a situation where the form stays and I can utilize it once again for maybe fiberglass or something like that. Yeah, some of you that knows Ifeanyi would say, Ifeanyi, that's you for sure, because we know that you always improvise. So, But some would say, yeah, they know him. That's how he's always playful during the studies, and he never did the distinction. Those of us that did the distinction, some of them are no more practicing now. You know, yeah. But those, that's how just what the Bible says, the last may become the, but in this case, the middle is become not the last. I wasn't the last. So, yeah. Yeah. The last shall become the last. The first shall become the last. I don't want anybody to be any last. I'm just trying to tell you people that there are things that everybody knows that I do. If I does that, so I have to check if I can use this to reinforce some areas. Yes, so that the form will not break. That's important, especially the head area. It doesn't have to break. That's what I want. So I'm gonna get, I'm gonna cut it, so that I'll place it the way I want it. Or maybe I don't have to cut much. Just allow it to go this way. Yeah, but that's what happens first of all when you've already poured the first coating. Then you try to embed this into the concrete. That's what you're gonna. Not this time around. I'm using the gyps. Using gyps, what people will call POP. So yeah, let me see. I just want to make this a strong mold so that I can use it to cast from time to time. Yeah. Actually, some call it waste mold. Waste mold is the mold that you just use and throw away. But I'm just hoping that I could, because the materials are expensive, so instead of wasting the mold, you secure the mold and make sure that you can use it to cast. Probably if I finish the first one in concrete, I will now prepare it with for fiberglass. At that time, it must have dried up well. Yeah. So yes, something like this. That's what we are looking for. So let's see if we can make it. Let's see if we can make it. Just to allow the piece to have a hold, and even if I could start by, no, first of all you have to do it for the second one. So yes, it has been a while that I did this. So the tendency that I'll be thinking twice before I do anything is there. So let's see. Apply some oil to make ease the separation. Hello. Servus. So that's the preparation, man. You just have to. Where's the brush that I got in my hand now? Here. Uh-oh. So just apply it because they are going to separate. It's just for easy separation. That's what you're doing now. You know, you're going to separate. The best would have been Vaseline or Milk Fat, but I'm running out of time. So I'm going to be using whatever I find nearer to me right now. Yeah. So oh yeah. Easy separation also on your support, but it doesn't really matter because this is wood, and when you allow it dry, the whole thing, you know, separates itself. So don't bother yourself too much, but do this so that they will separate, you know, easily and not peel the first coat. That's why it has to be done. Instead, it will peel because you can see that the surface of your wood is rough. So if you're not careful, you might just peel the whole. But anyway, I have to prepare the mold again for the positive cast. I'm just doing the negative cast now. So I should be doing this on a table and not on the floor. So that would be when I get the negative mold done. Then I'll try my best to do this on a table. Yeah. So let's see what you're gonna get out of this. It should be a nice sculpture. I liked it. That's why I didn't just want to leave this for the hose warm, you know. That's why I'm trying to cast this. So I want to get the back first before I do the front. So let's see, get some water, get some water, and then we mix the gyps and apply. Oh yeah. So, there's not gonna be an advertisement done here for anybody. I'm just gonna place it this way. But if they know that's their product, they could call my attention so that we can start talking about advertisement. So please, when you're doing this at home, get enough protection. Get your mask. Get your mask and get your hand gloves. And then wear some protective clothes. Don't just say that you're sorry for doing this and you're not protecting yourself while you're doing such. So please, get yourself protected. make sure that this is clean enough so there will not be impurities because it might weaken the, yeah. So let's get this going. First you put your water, and put on your gloves. Don't make sure that you have your gloves on. So I just want to get the bark first. When it dries, I put it upside down and then work on the face. And naturally, as the case may be, they would separate. So you just have to make a good paste. After turning it, you make a watery paste. The watery paste is gonna be the one that you, and just you don't have to be economical. Just have to try to make enough, you know, make enough. Actually, I should be having a pair. I should remove some now. I just hope that I bought the right one. So I should have done this, machina. But as you know, Ifeanyi is always avoiding those noise that comes. I think I have had too much water in here. No problem. It's something I have to learn that now that I've started doing this again. So I hope you people can see where I'm turning the paste. Make sure that you don't have any. I think the more water you have, the better, because this dries so quickly, and what you're gonna have is a situation where but anyway, we have a good temperature out here. Should be about 25 now. The sun is getting through. So instead of doing the first paste, what I'm gonna do is try to turn the much I can. Air bubbles should be avoided. Air bubbles should be avoided. Actually, I should be adding more because I need that thick effect that would give me that kind of hard pudding. Still, it has to be watery so that it doesn't dry too quickly. So I've said I have not used most of the materials out here, so I may not know which one is which, but from what I read, this is the right one. So that's what I need. So now I have to make another one which will be watery to cover the whole space. I have to make another one that will be watery to cover the whole space first of all. So what I have to be careful, if I don't take any time, this is gonna start drying. And when it dries on me, that is a waste. So what I do now is I should have, where's the second? Oh Jesus Christ, second pot. I left the second pot. I needed a second pot too. Maybe I have to dry this later on. Jesus, this is not watery as I wanted. So now this is something about the work. You need something that you can do with your hands. Okay? sometimes you have to work with your hands. You can't just help it, you know. Actually, there's a mistake here, but that's something that I could correct after. I should have a watery one that will go through the whole places, you know. That's what I should have, but as the case may be now, I have to start applying it, because if I don't do that, I'm gonna lose this mass. So I never knew that they have. So this is not the right thing, but I just have to do something. So let's do this. This is wood too. Don't have to bother myself too much. This is wood to, you know, before I lose the whole thing. It's better that I start applying with a little bit trust. Yeah. There are better ways of doing this that I'm doing now. The only thing is that I just wanted a concrete figure, and I wanted to use the most possible easiest way to do it. So what I'm doing now is the price, you know, it's not that difficult, you know. I mean, it's not that expensive. I mean to say. So what is important is cover it up, and as long as this bridge is there, as long as this bridge is there, and then you apply your so it's a walk against the time. When I'm through with this, I'm gonna come up with the mesh, so that we have a reinforcement. Remember, that's the back. There are areas that you don't have to make everything look level. There are areas that you just have to add more mortar or more mixture of your gyps. So I don't know why this is called what it's called, but I'm just working on the material for the first time, so I'm gonna find out why. So if you don't have a fine mold, a good mold, the tendency that you're gonna be having a lot of cleaning, a lot of sanding, a lot of repair to is there. So you're gonna be having a little problem around here, but I will take care of that because I'm still gonna make a circle for the piece. So this is a finishing gips, as a matter of fact. So anybody around there should tell me why this is not the best piece for this is not the best material for taking a mold. Now it doesn't dry too quickly. That's what I thought. That's the reason why I tried. So it's now time to put on the mesh. It's gonna be a heavy mold anyway. Going around is very important. I can see there's a place that I didn't, up here. So because this is a weak point, have to add more mortar. So now it's time to put on the mesh and then cover the mesh up so that the mold will be secured. Oh, you see that? That's why you have to go around it when you're working on it. You have to go around it when you're working on it. So I have to really do something about this area because it's gonna break off, but that's no problem. So these are weak points. These are weak points, so you put more mortar to them. So, weak point again. So I wonder what this is going to be because I don't think what I have now will cover the whole thing. Even if it doesn't cover the whole thing, what is important is for it to hold it down. So the advantage of working on a table is you have the possibility of having a good look on what you're doing and not breaking your backbone, all right? That's very important. So it's already getting warm, that means it's drying already. Okay? So it's getting warm, it means that it's drying already. Don't have to be careful, don't disrupt much of this. Don't disrupt it. It's getting warm, that means it has started drying. You have to be quick enough. You have to be quick enough. So I think that's the most important area which will break so quickly. Wash off your hands. If you have something to clean it off also. And then So think about it. Your comfort is very important when you're walking. Your comfort is very important when you're walking. You have to find the best way to walk. If you're walking on the floor, make sure that you got that you squat. You go to your knees. That's what I'm trying to say. Go to your knees. Make sure that you don't try to bend too much. Yeah. So, and the sides are very important. The sides are very important. The sides, they are the area that will break and disfigure your mold. So make sure you add enough on the sides. And don't worry yourself about the material. Remember, this is something that can help you for your mass production, So if you're not, just utilize your material as much as you can in order to make sure that you secure that mold. Remember, this is a mold that you will use multiple times. So just get going. Utilize the much of the material that you think you need. I'm glad that this covered it, so covered at least the mesh, so that the mesh is being held down now. Yeah, the mesh is being held down now. I think I have to put the second one. Hopefully it will be held down too here. It's getting warm. That means it's drying up. So, because that's the back of the sculpture, you have the liberty of making the mistakes that you may make here. Okay? But when we get to the front, such mistakes should be avoided. Okay? As a matter of fact, I should have added something here too. Something should have been here, but let me just hold this one down first of all. So don't be too economical about your material. You see, if I had just done lesser than what I did now, I could have started mixing another one. And while mixing another one, they will separate, and that's what will weaken your mold. And if you want to use it for 2 times, after using it for the first time, it will just break up. It will just yeah. So that's the back of the female figure. Just need to actually here, I shouldn't have anything here, but there's a weak point. So let me just put something there. So bring them together. Don't let them, bring them together. The back mold is the opportunity opportunity to do certain things, but the front mode, that's where the sculpture is well recognized. So the front mode is gonna be difficult than this. I mean, it's gonna be easier because you already have a base. You know, that's why I'm straightening it out so that it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It's a weak point. That's what the weak point are the leg areas. But no problem. This is the back. That's why start with the back first, then walk to the front later. Start with the back first and walk to the front later. So reinforcement is done. That's very important. Now you have to make sure that every space is there's just allow them to bind, okay? As I said before, the sides are your main problem because these are the areas that will break up so quickly when you start handling the mode for positive casts. So I don't have to bore you guys. You've seen what the first step. Now the best thing I have to do now is to turn the camera off and then clean up, and then hope to see you in the next one when I'll be casting the front, because I have to get two of these modes to align, and when they are aligned, that's when the figure becomes good, you know? So this is still a weak point. It's still a weak point. It's a weak point. So the advantage to this is that it allows you to work. If you're gonna be using a quick dry gips, you're going to have the problem of controlling the setting, and when it sets quick, you might have some air spaces you didn't take care of. Okay, so I would advise that you use we use those days we use cement. It takes a lot of time, but takes a lot of time, but that's what we had. Okay. And the advantage of the cement is that the cement is not the best. Complete cement is not the best to take a mold anyway. It's not the best, but we were able to do stuff with it. I remember my first mask, I sold it to the secretary of the rector. Yeah. And he was so happy. So happy. So I will let it to set now. I think the first set is done. It's setting already, so it's gonna be a little bit tough now continuing this. So I'll leave it there. Yeah. Yeah. So don't try to walk so clean like I'm doing. You should be able to mess the whole place up if it's drying too quick. Just continue walking. Don't. Later you can clean, except you're a lazy person. Yeah. If you happen to be a lazy person, that's when you have a problem with working as an artist. Because you're gonna make a mess and that mess has to be cleaned. And you have a partner who doesn't like cleaning all the time, then be ready to go face the judge. But if you people are Catholic enough, you're not gonna separate. You just keep on bothering each other. Yes, I don't advocate for that. I wish that people can just settle their issues, go on. Especially when it doesn't have anything to do with violence. So when it has to do with violence, that's when I say run for your life. Run! You gotta run for your life. Yeah. So I'll allow it to dry now. And then we'll check it out in some hours. The best you do when you're working with this material is to start cleaning immediately, okay? So it's getting hot. I don't know if I would say that I had a lot of water in it, because that hotness means that it's setting. So the instructions should be somewhere here. I can't read it now. So let me wash off. So I have to say bye-bye for now. And then until the other side. I want to do two-piece mode. I think it's gonna work. And I don't want it to be a waste mode. That was the word that I was looking for. A waste mode is when you just destroy the mode when you're removing the positive. And I want, if there's any possibility that I could cast this in 2 different or 3 different materials, okay? So, thank you for being there. As you can see, your Ifeanyi is always doing something. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Until soon. Wow, it's 1 hour. Never knew it's gonna take this time. So you've already buried that. What is in there is known, but for now it's unknown. Yeah. So I just had to do this because when you buy materials and you keep on spending money, you just want to see a result. Just want to see a result. Thank you. Bye for now.